Hello, my name is Lily. Welcome to Real Talk English. Today I want to talk to you about something very important. I want to talk about why English feels easy for some people and hard for other people. Maybe you feel this too. Maybe you study English, you watch videos, you listen to podcasts, you try to speak, but you feel slow. You feel tired. You think, why is English so hard for me? And then you see another person. They speak English easily. They learn fast. They sound confident. You ask yourself, why not me? Today I want to help you understand this. In this lesson, you will learn one big idea. Your native language is very important. It changes how you learn English. Your native language can make English feel easier or harder. But here is the good news. Your native language is not a problem. It is not your enemy. Your native language can be your power. In this lesson, I will show you why English feels difficult, how your brain learns language, how to use your native language to learn English faster. This is not theory. This is not a school lesson. These are real ideas, simple ideas, ideas that help real people. By the end of this podcast, you will understand yourself better, feel calmer about English, feel more confident. So take a breath, relax, get a coffee, and let's start this journey together. Let me tell you a very interesting fact. It may surprise you. Babies can hear all language sounds. Yes, all of them. A small baby from China can hear English sounds, Spanish sounds, Arabic sounds. The baby can hear the difference between L and R. The baby can hear sounds that adults cannot hear. This is amazing. But something changes. When the baby grows, the brain changes too. At about 1 year old, the baby's brain starts to choose. It chooses the sounds of the native language. The brain says, these sounds are important. Other sounds are not important. Slowly, the brain stops listening to other sounds. This is normal. This is natural. The brain wants to be fast and efficient. Scientists call this neural commitment. But don't worry about the name. Let me explain it in a simple way. Imagine a forest. In the forest, there are many small paths. At first, all paths are the same, but you walk on one path every day, again and again, day after day. This path becomes deeper, clearer, easier to walk. Other paths are still there, but they are quiet. They are under leaves. You cannot see them well. Your brain works the same way. Your native language is the main path. You use it every day. Your brain knows it very well. English is another path. You did not walk on this path when you were a baby. So now it feels harder. This is why adults often say, I am too old to learn English. My brain cannot do this, but this is not true. Here is the important part. Your brain can change. Your brain can learn new paths. Scientists call this neuroplasticity. Again, don't worry about the word. It means one simple thing. Your brain can learn at any age. Your brain can grow. Your brain can adapt. Your brain can learn English. The old paths do not disappear. The new paths can be opened. You just need the right way, the right practice, patience. So the question is not, can I learn English? The real question is, how can I learn English in a smart way? And the answer is simple. You must learn English with your brain, not against your brain. You must use your native language, not fight it. In the next part, I will show you how your native language changes your English learning speed. And you will see that slow learners are not bad learners. They just need a different way. Now let's talk about something very important. Why do some people learn English faster than others? Many people think they are smarter, they have talent, they are lucky. But this is not true. The real reason is often language distance. Let me explain. Imagine a world map. On this map, languages are like countries. Some countries are very close. Some countries are very far. Languages work the same way. Some languages are close to English. Some languages are far from English. When your native language is close to English, English feels more familiar. When your native language is far from English, English feels strange. This does not mean good or bad. It just means different. For example, if you speak Spanish, Italian, French English is not so new for you. Many English words look the same. Hospital is hospital. Animal is animal. Restaurant is restaurant. When you see these words, your brain says, "Oh, I know this. This helps a lot." These learners already know many English words. They just don't know it. But now, let's look at other languages. If you speak Chinese, Japanese, Arabic, English feels more different. The words look different. The grammar feels different. The sounds feel different. So learning English can feel slower. But listen very carefully. Slower does not mean impossible. It only means you need another way. You must work smart, not hard. Here is your first simple technique, the bridge method. A bridge helps you go from one place to another. Your native language can be a bridge to English. Many languages have English words inside them. These words come from English. For example, Russian speakers know the word problem. Korean speakers know the word computer. Japanese speakers use computer in their language. Arabic speakers also use computer. These words are bridges. When you learn a new English word, ask, "Do I know this word in my language? Does it sound similar? Does it look similar?" Write these words in a notebook. This helps your brain feel safe. Your brain says, "This is not new. I know this," and learning becomes easier. Even if your language is far from English, you still have bridges. You just need to find them. In the next part, we will talk about grammar, why grammar feels confusing, why you make the same mistakes again and again, and how to fix them in a calm and simple way. Now let's talk about grammar. For many people, grammar is scary. They think, "I am bad at grammar. I always make mistakes. I will never speak correctly." But grammar is not the enemy. Grammar is just a system. Every language has a system. Your native language has its own grammar. You learned it when you were a child. You did not study it. You did not read rules. You just listened. You copied. You practiced. Now this grammar system lives in your brain. Think about it like a computer program. This program works very well for your native language. Now you start learning English. Your brain tries to use the old program. Sometimes it helps. Sometimes it creates problems. This is normal. Let me give you simple examples. Spanish speakers often say, "I am 25 years old," but they want to say, "I have 25 years." So they say, "I am having 25 years old." This happens because Spanish uses have for age. Russian speakers sometimes say, "I am go to work." Why? Because in Russian, we do not use am, is, are the same way. Chinese speakers often say, "I go shop." I buy phone. Why? Because Chinese does not use articles like a and the. These are not stupid mistakes. These are language habits. Your brain is trying to help you, but it uses the wrong rule. The good news, you can fix this. Here is a very simple technique, the interference map. First, notice your mistakes, not all mistakes. Only the same mistakes again and again. For example, missing a or the missing s in he works. using am when it is not needed. Write these mistakes down. Then write the correct English form. Example, wrong, he work every day. Right, he works every day. Now ask one important question. Why do I make this mistake? The answer is often, my native language does not do this. Now make a simple rule. For example, in English, verbs with he, she, it need s. Repeat this rule many times. Practice it in short sentences. He works. She works. It works. Do not practice many rules at the same time. One rule. 1 week, then move to the next rule. This way, grammar becomes clear, calm, simple. You do not fight grammar. You understand it. In the next part, we will talk about accent and sounds, why your accent exists, why it is okay, and how to speak more clearly. Now let's talk about accent. Many people worry about their accent. They think, my accent is bad. People will laugh. I sound stupid. Let me tell you something very important. Accent is normal. Everyone has an accent. Even native speakers have accents. People from the USA sound different from people in the UK. People from London sound different from people in Australia. So accent is not a problem. The real goal is not to sound perfect. The real goal is to be clear. Clear means people understand you. Your accent comes from your native language. Every language uses the mouth in a different way. Your tongue moves in a different way. Your lips move in a different way. You learn this when you are a child. Now, when you speak English, your mouth wants to move in the old way. This creates your accent. Let's look at some simple examples. Spanish speakers often say B instead of fifth, so very sounds like berry. Japanese speakers mix L and R, so light sounds like right. German speakers say 5 instead of W, so water sounds like Water. Chinese speakers often drop the last sound, so good sounds like goo. These are not bad habits. They are old habits. And habits can change. Here is a very simple technique. The mirror method. Stand in front of a mirror. Look at your mouth. Now listen to a native speaker. You can use YouTube. Choose a video with slow speech, clear pronunciation. Listen to one sentence. Pause the video. Say the same sentence. Watch your mouth in the mirror. Try to copy. Mouth shape, lip movement, tongue position. Do not practice many sounds. Choose one sound. Only one. Practice this sound for 1 week. 10 minutes a day is enough. After 1 week, choose a new sound. Little by little, your speech becomes clearer. Not perfect, but clear. And clear English is strong English. In the next part, we will talk about reading. Why reading English feels slow, and how to read faster without stress. Now let's talk about reading. Many learners say, I can read English, but I read very slowly. I understand words, but not the meaning. This is very common. Reading is not only about words. Reading is about how your brain works. Your brain learned to read in your native language. It learned how to move the eyes, how to read lines, how fast to read. Different languages train the brain in different ways. English reads from left to right. Some languages read from right to left. Some languages read in blocks or symbols. So when you read English, your brain must learn a new habit. This takes time. There is another problem. English spelling is difficult. In some languages, words sound like they look. You see the word. You know how to say it. English is different. Look at these words. Rough, though, through, cough, they look similar, but they sound very different. This is hard for everyone, even native speakers. So if reading feels slow, it does not mean you are bad. It means English is special. Now let me show you a very simple method. The chunk reading method. Do not read word by word. This is very important. Word by word reading is slow. Instead, read in small groups of words. These groups are called chunks. For example, do not read, "The weather is very nice today." Read like this. The weather is very nice today. Your brain understands meaning faster this way. Your reading becomes smoother, more natural. Chunk reading also helps your pronunciation. English has rhythm. When you read in chunks, you feel this rhythm. Start with very small chunks, 2 or 3 words. When you feel better, make the chunks longer. Practice with easy texts. Children's books are perfect. They use simple grammar, common words. Do not feel shy. Easy texts are smart practice. Even advanced learners do this. Another good habit is extensive reading. This means read many easy texts, not one difficult text. Easy texts help your brain relax. When your brain is calm, it learns faster. Try to read every day. 5 minutes is enough. 10 minutes is great. Slow reading today means faster reading tomorrow. In the next part, we will talk about something very important, your native language, why it is not a problem but a powerful tool. Now let's talk about something very important, your native language. Many learners think, my native language is the problem. It makes English hard. I must stop thinking in my language. But this is not true. Your native language is not your enemy. It is your tool. It is your power. Your brain already knows how to learn language. You learned your first language without books, without rules, without fear. That same brain is inside you now. You can use it again. Here is a simple idea. When you learn a new English word, do not ignore your native language. Use it. Ask simple questions. Do I know a similar word? Do I know the same idea? Do I know the opposite word? This helps your brain build connections. More connections equal to stronger memory. For example, if you learn the word strong, you can think of the word in your language. Now your brain has 2 ways to remember. This makes learning easier, but be careful. Your native language is a bridge, not a home. Use it to understand. Then move forward in English. Another strong idea is this, the connection method. If you know more than one language, even a little, use this too. For example, English, water, Spanish, agua, German, Wasser. Now your brain has 3 connections. Your brain loves patterns. This is why people who know many languages learn new languages faster. But you do not need to be a polyglot. Even small connections help. You can make your own word notebook. 1 idea. Many languages. 1 meaning. Now let's talk about pronunciation again. You do not need to sound like a native speaker. This is very important. There are many English accents in the world. American English, British English, Indian English, African English. All of them are real English. Your accent tells your story. Be proud of it. The goal is not perfect English. The goal is clear English. If people understand you, you are successful. Many non-native speakers speak very clearly. They speak slowly. They choose simple words. They think before they speak. This is a strength. Now I want to share 1 sentence with you. Phrase of the day. You don't need perfect grammar to communicate perfectly. Remember this sentence? When you feel afraid to speak. Remember it? When you make a mistake. Remember it? Communication is about ideas, not perfection. Now let's finish. Today you learned 4 important things. First, Your native language changes how fast you learn. Second, your grammar mistakes have reasons. Third, your accent comes from habits. Fourth, reading English needs new brain habits. And the most important thing, your native language is not your enemy. It is your helper. Use it wisely. Be patient with yourself. Learning English is a journey. Your journey is unique, and you are doing better than you think. Thank you for learning with me today. Keep practicing, keep listening, keep believing in yourself. This is Real Talk English, and I believe in you.